Hi, Sarah again, and with this vlog for today for Fiercely Flaring, I'm going to kind of describe to you how I found out I had Crohn's disease and a little bit about myself. My name is Sarah. That's my dog Bailey. He loves to be in my videos, right? Anyway, I'm 28 years old and I am a photographer, as you can tell behind me. You can see my photo studio I've set up in my home. I live in Los Angeles. I do this for a living, and I started this Crohn's blog because I want to spread information and help people out there that need it. So basically, just to tell you a little bit about how I found out how I had Crohn's, and I'll make this as short as possible so it's not dragging on. It was back in 2007. I was at this place called Hacienda in St. Louis, and I was a promo girl. And I was giving away samples of Grand Marnier, and basically I was walking through the restaurant and this little outdoor patio, and suddenly my eyes started seeing nothing but rainbow colors, and my ears started ringing really bad. And the next thing I know, I went to my knees, and then I woke up. When I came to, I was lying on the bathroom floor of the restaurant with wet paper towels all over my forehead. And the girl that I was actually promoting with, she had brought me to the bathroom and they had helped carry me. Apparently I had blacked out and didn't even know it. And when I came to, I felt fine, but it was still kind of scary because I didn't know what was going on or what was wrong with me. So I ended up going home that night, and by the time I made it home, I was so weak. I really didn't feel like doing anything, but I ended up going to do the dishes or something, and I was so weak I couldn't even stand on my own 2 feet. I actually went down to my knees at the sink, and I knew something was wrong, and I should have went to the hospital at that point. However, I don't know, I really to this day don't know why I didn't just go, but I ended up going to bed because I was really tired, and I laid down. Well, the next morning, my boyfriend at the time had already went to work, and I woke up and I got out of bed and I made it about 3 feet down the hallway to go to the bathroom, and I knew I was going again. I started hearing the ringing in my ears. I started seeing colors go across my eyes and my face. And I knew that it was happening again, and I knew I was passing out. So I went to my knees, and as hard as I could, I hit his roommate's door on my way down. And just knowing that fear that if I'm going to pass out, somebody has to know that I'm going to be lying here in case something happens. And I knew his roommate was in there sleeping. So I hit his door as hard as I could in the hallway going down. And the next thing I know, I had woken up in this puddle of blood face down in the carpet of the hallway. And his girlfriend, his roommate's girlfriend, is standing over me screaming. And I had no idea what was going on, and apparently I was hemorrhaging up blood, and whenever I passed out, blood was literally coming out of my mouth, and I was like hemorrhaging up blood. But anyway, past the gross part, his roommate ended up picking me up and carrying me to the hospital, and yeah, I undergone a blood transfusion. I had 4 bags of blood. When I found out what was happening to me, I had lost so much blood internally from a cut in my esophagus from the hemorrhaging, and I would later find out I have ulcers in my intestine and my stomach. But I had lost so much blood that I was down to like 4.2 hemoglobins or something like that, and I think the normal is anywhere from like 12 to 15. Probably in the lower end for a smaller girl like me. But yeah, I was pretty low. And basically what the doctor had told me was I didn't have enough blood in my body and oxygen flow, because blood carries oxygen, to function standing up vertically. but I was fine laying down. So every time that I went vertical, I would just collapse because not enough oxygen could get to my brain. That's why I kept passing out, because I was that low on blood. But after undergoing a bunch of like biopsies and colonoscopies and scopes and everything else, the biopsy ended up coming back saying that I had Crohn's disease. And my Crohn's is actually in my terminal ileum. Yeah, and I've been dealing with it since 2007. I've been hospitalized 6 times now, and I actually was hospitalized once every single year, at least once every single year since I've been diagnosed, except for the last 2 years. I had actually was in like a remission for about 1.5 years, which is great, and I can thank Remicade for that. But I'm no longer on Remicade because I developed a fistula, and I had fistula surgery, which was not fun either, but I can talk more about that later. But yeah, that's a little bit about me and how I found out I had Crohn's disease and how I was diagnosed. And yeah, until next time.